Hi guys, welcome back. So today we're talking home security and we're going to address the question, should you get a dog for SHTF? Let's talk about it and find out. So is a dog good for an SHTF type scenario? Let's look at some pros and cons, and we'll go over different scenarios too that we could be thinking about. So some of the pros to a dog, a big dog, would be it's a great deterrent. So let's say somebody comes to your house and they try to break in. Boom, the dog hears them, starts barking. Automatically, the person's going to be thinking twice. This is during a normal event. Okay. Now, you throw SHTF on top of it. It all depends on how desperate these people are. If they're not real desperate, they're probably going to go somewhere else. So that's a pro. It's a great deterrent. And here's another pro. If they are desperate, it could buy you time. Even though they are desperate and they're going to come in regardless if you have a dog or not, they're going to stop and they're going to think about it before they do. And that split second sometimes is all you need to go get your firearm or, be ready for whenever they do come in. Now, with good training, these dogs can attack people as well. And I want to emphasize the good training. Most dogs, I don't think, will attack if you haven't trained them at all. Matter of fact, there's a news report that I watched not too long ago where people would go inside of another person's house to test their dog, and they'd be wearing one of those dog suits. And there were some dogs that would bark at them, and then some dogs that would just turn tail and run. Keep an eye on them from a different room if you would. But just keep that in mind. I mean, not one of the dogs ended up biting the person unless it was trained. Now, they did show that. They showed a well-trained dog, and when the person gave the command to attack, it's just like a police dog. They train them like that. But just keep that in mind. You have to train the dog if you expect it to attack someone. Otherwise, it's just a deterrent or a way to bide you time. And then one more pro that I can think of is they can hear and smell a lot better than we can. So they're going to know say something's coming before we will. And let's go over some cons now. If you get a big dog, it's going to eat a lot. So you got to prepare for that. If you're in an SHTF scenario and you've had this giant dog, say a big bull mastiff or a German shepherd or something, and you got civil unrest going on, you can't get to the store, well, what's that dog going to eat? It's not going to do you much good if you can't feed it. And then another con is, they eat a lot. They also poop a lot. So if you're in the city and you live in some apartment, you might not be able to take your dog out during an SHTF so it can use the restroom. And that's real nasty. So keep that in mind. And if you have to be quiet, this is another con. If you need to be quiet, the dog might not be quiet. Okay. Say you're hiding and you don't want somebody to hear you. Well, they're probably going to hear the dog. Dogs, they make a lot of noise. And then my last con here is dogs require a lot of exercise. Most big breeds anyway. There's some dogs that are lazy, but you're probably not going to be looking at a lazy dog for an SHTF kind of event. And with the exercise, you've got to have the time to do that. So if you work a lot, the dog's probably not the way to go. A better solution might be a home security system or any kind of perimeter alarm would be good. But I would say if you're going to get a dog for this type of scenario here, you need to be sure that you realize that it's only going to be a deterrent and an early warning system without any training, okay? And with proper training, yeah, you can train it to attack, but let's be honest with each other. You're not going to want that dog solely to protect your home. You're going to want a firearm. You're going to want some self-defense knowledge, because if somebody's determined enough to break into your house with a dog, they're probably going to kill your dog, okay? So you got to be able to handle that type of situation. So overall, guys, the big question, should you get a dog for SHTF? And my short answer is no. If the only reason why you're getting a dog is for SHTF, there's a lot easier ways to get an early warning system for your home. And now I think that a dog is great to have, but you need to have more than just SHTF in mind whenever you get a dog, because they're a lot of work and they're going to be your best friend too. So keep that in mind, guys. And until next time, have a good evening. Bye-bye.